Hey everybody, big week in women's football again. The transfer window has just slammed shut, so we're going to be breaking down who has been the hottest moves, which clubs I think have done the best, and I'd like to see what you guys think, and who are the dark horses, hidden gems within those transfers. Before that, we're going to be talking about the abuse Millie Bright suffered at the weekend, because there's just really no place for this kind of shit within our beautiful game.
I heard that. I wish I didn't hear that, but I just heard that.
And last but not least, Emma Hayes is making it very spicy in the national women's team by freeing up one particular position.
Anyone? Oh, pick me! Oh, I know, me!
And having 3 or 4 players fight for it. Ooh, it's going to be a spicy one, so buckle up, guys. Alright, so let's talk about something that shouldn't be happening in the game, and especially in women's football as well. Abuse directed at players just is not what we want to see in this game, and it's just not cool.
It's wrong. It's wrong! It's wrong!
And look, I get it. We've all said stuff to the referee before. We've all shouted at other players and given them abuse. I can put my hands up as well. I've sang chants about referees or goalkeepers when they're taking a goal kick. But what was said to Millie Bright and how it was done just wasn't in the same sphere of that. It went one step further.
The line has been crossed.
Millie herself has come out and said, I get that everyone has an opinion and, in a horrible way, being abused is part of the sport and having people shout things at you. But what they did by calling her over for a selfie, and then when she goes over to, take that said selfie, and then they start abusing her and calling her fucking shit and stuff like that to her face, that's just unacceptable. That is another level of low.
That's just plain wrong.
And that is what we do not want to be seeing in this game. So look, last word on this. Like I said, everyone can have their opinions, but players are people too. Players are humans as well, and they deserve to be respected. So guys, have your opinion, but at least do it in a slightly more respectful way. Don't be a real scumbag like that person was. Let's keep the level of this game elevated to where it should be and how we know it should be, treated. We're better than that, guys, right?
You're goddamn right.
All right, folks, well, the transfer window is well and truly shut. And who doesn't like getting the checkbook out, especially when it's not your own money that's being spent? This window, I think we've actually probably seen it all. We've seen some game changers. We've seen some people coming back home. We've seen $1 million players. And I think there's one team out of it that's done the best. So stick around and you'll find out. Okay, well, let's kick things off with what I think is probably the biggest signing of the whole transfer window. And that has to be Chloe Kelly from Man City to Arsenal. And I actually really think this one could come back to bite Man City in the ass.
I took 2 bites, bitch.
And it's not because of City's squad. I mean, they've got talent that's stacked for days. But I think it more speaks volumes about what might be going on behind closed doors for City.
Interesting.
Could there be some internal tension brewing within the City camp? Maybe. Only time will tell. But for one thing's for certain is Arsenal's gain is definitely City's loss. Chloe Kelly is a phenomenal player who I think is just going to go strength from strength with the minutes she's going to get. So, hey, well done, Arsenal. City, I don't know what to say to you on this one.
Wrong.
Okay, next up is Chelsea. I mean, who hasn't stopped talking about Chelsea this transfer window? I know I haven't. And they've had some phenomenal success this window. I mean, not only having the $1 million player in Naomi Girma, but they've also gone and snagged Kira Walsh back from Barcelona. Yeah, you heard me right. After 6 trophies and 2 years living in Barcelona and living the Spanish life on the coast, she's moved back to the heart of central London.
Look, a clock.
And Kira admitted herself that she kind of missed being away from her family, and they looked to, and she looked to move back last summer but couldn't. So Chelsea have just been waiting in the wings, ready to swoop in, and that time is now. And they've got one hell of a player as well. And at age 27, Kira's in her prime. So Chelsea have got some quality real estate there that they've managed to snag up and get back in her squad. That direct midfield, eye for a pass, great tackle, can bag a goal. They've bagged themselves a real quality player. So hey, 5 stars on that one, Chelsea. Oh, and let's not forget Chelsea's sneaky gem.
Be very, very quiet.
They've signed the 20-year-old goalkeeper called Femke Lefting. This kid's some serious talent. She already has 50 games under her belt and won the Golden Gloves at the Under-20s World Cup. Chelsea's squad is seriously stacked now, and Sonia must be loving the fact that she's getting the backing from the board. This squad, man, it's going to go far. Who's going to write them off getting the double or the treble this season?
I guess we're just going to have to wait and see.
But even having said all that about Chelsea's, buying power and the talent that they've bought this window, I actually think the best team out of this is Everton.
Really?
They've done some real solid business, signing over 5 players this window, and here are a couple that I think stand out. Firstly, it has to be Gago from Nantes. Not only did she get a brace at the weekend, but she's looking like a real solid player overall, very rapid in attack, got an eye for goal. She's definitely one that you guys should be watching out for and get in your fantasy football team if she's not already. Secondly, I'm going to have to say Lad. Signed on loan from Man United. She's a solid box-to-box midfielder who's got a great tackle and also an eye for a pass. I think she's going to really shore up that spine as well. And she wants to get minutes for the before the Euros in the summer. So a really solid and astute signing there. And then in the back, to also shore up that spine even further, they've got Fernandes from Barcelona, who, even at her young age of 22, 23, is already a Champions League winner.
Very nice. It's nice. It's nice.
So for me, these are 3 players to watch out for, and I'll definitely have Lad and Gago, as I mentioned, in your fantasy football team if you don't have it already. All in all, it's been a really good transfer window. We've seen records smash, old friends moving back with Kira. But if I was going to call who I think has done the best, although I think Arsenal's done well with getting Chloe Kelly in, and Chelsea, who can stop their drive for, world domination? I don't think anyone. But really, I think Everton have done great with those couple of signings I mentioned, as well as a few others. I think they might secure their WSL, spot for next year and give some game time to some really exciting players. So my vote goes for Everton. But let me know what you guys think. Who do you think's been your favourite signing of this window? And don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button as well. And last but not least, the US are on the hunt for their number 1 shot stopper. And let's be honest, they've got some big gloves to fill.
Extra gloves? You've had this pair of extra gloves this whole time?
Emma Hayes has a real decision to make, and there's 3 or 4 that are in the, I don't want to say firing line, but in the application process who could be putting a shout in to be between the sticks. So let's take a look at who those 3 could be. First up is Casey Murphy. With over 20 caps to her name, she's certainly the most experienced within the camp. But is she the right person to take over the mantle? Not so sure. She's been there, she's done it, but is she really the answer for the long term? And then we've got Angelina Anderson, who's the rising star, having been drafted in by the Angel City in 2023. She's got some phenomenal numbers. She had over 85% save rate in her last season within the Pac-12, I think it is, in college football. So she's definitely got some qualities about her. But is it too soon for her to be number 1?
Maybe. Maybe not.
And last but not least would be Fallon Tullis-Joyce. She would be my pick, not only because I think she's a quality keeper that kind of is a good balance between Angelina and Casey, but more so that she has a 91% save rate this season. Now, in comparison, Mary Earps last season just had a 56% save rate. So she's a phenomenal keeper. She's dodging shots, well, kind of saving them really. Dodging wouldn't be very good. But like Neo in The Matrix, she is just like and batting away. Maybe more like Jackie Chan. Either way, I think she's the one that should be in the sticks. But let me know what you guys think.
1, 2, 3. Pick number 3, my lord. Oh, okay. Number 3.
I definitely know that Emma Hayes has a decision to make. At least she's got the She Believes Cup to, make that decision beforehand and test out a few options as well. But as I said, let me know in the comments, what do you guys think? Would it be one of those 3 that you would pick? or would there be somebody else out there as well? And that's a wrap on this week's roller coaster. We've hit the brakes and we are stopping there.
That's it?
That's it.
So thank you for coming on this ride with us. Let me know your opinions in the comments. You know, who should snag that spot? What do you think of Millie Bright's abuse and what we should do about it? And also who you think the best transfers are. And don't forget to like and subscribe to get more content like this every week. To keep it fierce, keep it friendly, and keep that beautiful game alive. Have a good one, guys.